Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. It is Eli. Thanks for joining me. If you recall, we left off just after Deputy Headmistress Weasley told us that we needed either go to Charms class or Defense Against Dark Arts. We finished up a cutscene with Elazar, and now we are in this beautiful chamber. We are now.
I just know.
I'm not quite sure where I want to go or the direction I want to take right now.
How much longer?
I would like to just do a little bit of exploring first here, just to double check, take a look at things. If my color is off, I do apologize. I am trying to work through some settings to figure this out. My two monitors here are definitely not the same.
Revelio.
Monitors. What is this roll?
What do you think Black White is like? She must be the most I've ever seen.
Found the library, huh? This is impressive. Gosh, this is gorgeous.
Revelio.
Ooh, what is this? I found a chest. Green gingham gloves. It ups something. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Alright. I guess gear. Look at these new cool handwear on these gloves. So, excuse me. Green gingham gloves. Well appointed. Ups my offense by 1. We can't upgrade them though. I suppose there's no reason not to put them on at the moment. Oh. Those are something else, aren't they? Alright, well, that's what we have. Alright, let's go. Let's take a look at this library. Let's see what there is in here. Ooh, is this the restricted section? It is locked, huh? Look at that. Big lock. Goodness gracious. Gosh, look at those pictures. Still gets me. Man, this game. Ooh, what do you think this is here, huh?
Revelio.
Nothing. Oh, but there's something over here.
What are you up to now?
Flute flame location. That works for me. We talked to anybody? Nobody. Alright. Do forgive me if the controls seem a little wonky right now. I am feels feels like there's a big dead space between my joysticks. And yeah, they gotta get used to it or make some more adjustments. I'm gonna try to live with it for a minute. Wow, that's a cool fireplace. How do we get in that room? Look at that. How do we get in there? Alright. So we got ladders? No, not these ones. Alright.
Revelio.
Alright. Oh, yeah, big chest in there. Alright. Let's go these staircases. Let's take a look. Do you think we can be late for classes? Like, do I need to be there at a certain time? Or do you think we'll be alright? Oh, man. There's a way to put my wand away. Allows you to see. Oh, look. This is cool. So these are some of the spells we can unlock. Pulso. Descendo. Flipendo. Axio. Ooh, yeah, that would be neat. Arresto Momentum. Levioso. Wow. Alright, well, we'll go through these here at some point. Just don't want to just kind of get moving around. Oops. It's a big gold statue. The bronze. Oh, it's bronze. Looks bronze.
Revelio.
Ooh, that looks like something over there. On the other end here. Oh, look at this. Oh, man. It's just something else. All kinds of stuff hidden everywhere. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like I can do anything with that yet. Look at this massive dragon globe. This thing is nuts. That is neat. Alright. I'm not fooling around in this library. Let's go explore. That fireplace is still so cool. Oh, the other door, huh?
No next time.
Oh.
That's all.
I'm happy to let you know, but I'm not sure it's as exciting as you might think.
Oh,
So,
any
yeah.
sort of sneaking is most definitely
Sort of free
exciting.
networking. Let's take a look. Level 1 lock. Level 1 lock. Where's this door? Can I go out the door? Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I'm not ready for that. Looking for a flute first.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Oh, let's talk to Lenora. Was it Lenora Everly?
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there other paintings like this here? Well, we've seen one, so I believe there is. Let's ask.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Oh, you know what?
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something
Lumos.
illuminating that solves it.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Do better than that.
There it is.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Rumor has it that people...
Protect! Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
What did that say? I've unlocked. Gosh, I love that. There's so much more on this screen.
Some things from the Shire is hard to read, but I find it easy to read the star chart. There's no need to time.
Let's maybe the one is in the library. Let's take that one. Because I think, oh, there are ghosts dancing. So cool. Where was? Oh, it was upstairs. That's right. Right up over here. Or I could be completely mistaken. Yeah. Maybe I am. Oh, this is embarrassing. I think it was like 2 minutes ago. There it is. All right.
Lumos.
Well, that seems like it's over here. But oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. So the moth paintings. That's neat. Right. Another one. So if you look in our field guide, in collections, right, this is review. We're looking for so this was... Interesting. So we get a gear. It's not. Came off to a frame, which we did. Oh, so we had to talk to Lenora still. So first day Hogwarts, a 10 charms class, a 10 defense against dark arts. There's 2 more on the first day that we can do it. So let's go talk to him. Let's go find Lenora now. Oh, that spiral staircase. A little dizzy, isn't it? It's not
I
too
prefer
far.
interesting conversations than someone trying.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Challenge unlocked. 180 experience for that. Wow. 1 of 3 side relationship quests.
Revelio.
Rebellion. What is this? That's interesting. Just a case. Alright, so... Alright. Where should we go next? Let's try to work on these control settings really quickly. Control options. User interface options. Okay. Gameplay options. Camera acceleration. A little better. Okay. We'll figure it out. Yeah, another one. Wow. Can't open it yet. No, I'm not gonna go looking for that puzzle right this second. That's good to know there's one there. Okay.
Revelio.
Interesting. Statue of Gregory the Smarmy. This statue, with an ingratiating grin, depicts the medieval wizard Gregory the Smarmy. The wizard, famous for inventing Gregory's unctuous unction, a potion that makes the drinker believe whoever gave them the potion is their best friend. Interesting. Alright, so now I know what those little blips are. Time, it's a little weird.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Way too much going on. I can't.
Accidentally levitated Professor Ronan's sandwich once.
You're fine about it.
Professor Hecat is an enigma. I think she used to work for the Ministry. Wonder how she ended up here. Yes, but what good is knowledge when you really think about it?
Potion.
Not sure we should study for the astronomy exam in the library. Might be better off out.
Oh, so one of the Slytherin common rooms down here. 31 equality, okay. Alright. A dead end for now, huh?
Sometimes you can find some quite interesting things in the library.
Scrivener doesn't tolerate any nonsense, so I find the library's the best place for concentration,
Cauldron
as long as she doesn't hear.
of potion supply.
My aunt made it.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented it.
Did I find this one? Must be because it's the rain, huh? The hippogriff? Looks like it. Alright, let's go to a class now. I'm not gonna spend the whole episode just exploring. We gotta keep things moving a little bit, huh? So we'll go to Charms class first, I think, right? Because we want to leave defense against dark arts last. So let's find our quest. Charms class. Move up here. There it is behind us. Another staircase right there. Gosh, this place is just a winding maze. Get dizzy, okay.
Call upon Sir Cadogan if you ever require a champion of the realm.
Oh, Sir Dragon. Yes, sir.
Revelio.
Portrait of Sir Cadogan. Sir Cadogan was allegedly friends with Merlin himself, and as such became a sworn knight of the Round Table. Although he is only really known to the wizarding world, he is famous for his defeat of the Wyvern of Wye, and now spends his days challenging students to duels. Well, Sir Cadogan. Maybe a duel next time. Oh, no, can't go this way, can we? think we gotta go outside. Probably back in that door that we went outside of. It's really weird for how bright this room because that was super dark just now. This is a well-lit hall. Down at the bottom of it.
Why would I want to hear what's
Oh, okay. Let's fix these settings again. I do apologize, everybody. Aiming acceleration. No. Alright, so we'll go this way up. Let's go see Peeves real quick. Wow, this is all marble.
Potions is dull and charms is dire. Nothing's as clever as playing with fire.
Oh, yeah, what is I guess it's just a song. It looked like it was that ice that we encountered earlier.
Look at me!
Level 2 lock. Alright. Off the charms. Still up, huh? Wow, this is interesting. These controls. Just something else though. 15 up now. We really gotta slow it down. See, it's more responsive. Feels like I got more control now. Holy moly. There we are.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to go back to the lesson.
This is office up here. What a callback. Okay, let's go ahead and start the quest. See what we're in for.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right? Now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Axe you. Steady your hand with the left thumbstick and guide it along the singer's path to learn a spell. Press the corresponding input and probably to accelerate your one's motion along the singer's path. There, just like that before.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me!
I like him. Remember to that was fast.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
So summoning charm Accio pulls the target closer to the caster. Hold right trigger and press the button to cast Accio. And pull the target closer. Press the button again to cease casting the spell. Alright.
Accio. Very good. Don't lose your composure. That's it! Stay focused. Splendid! Happens to the best of us.
So you have to like go to the trigger button.
Very good.
X.
Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Hey, why are you...
What's this? That is how it's done.
Yeah, it is.
Accio!
Excellent control there.
Let us do this. right. Here we go. There we go.
A perfect score! Remarkable.
Yeah, Eli.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
That is how it's done.
That's it!
What's this? Yes! Well done. Here we go. Phew.
Still got it though.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
That was a fun little challenge.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well,
A word, if
you'd
you
be
would.
using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Right now, we need to go to Defense Against Dark Arts, I believe. Hey. Who is this? This was... Oh, what's her name?
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Really?
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Well, I am the new student, but hold on. I want to see if I can exhaust dialogue. Okay. Okay.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Good talk, Samantha. But we came from the staircase there. So what's this way? There's a flue network. Spread that one.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Werewolves!
Revelio.
In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
Lumos.
lies.
Telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Revelio.
Right, it's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flat?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
What's this gas? Hi, kitty.
You'll get us all.
Well.
And it wasn't Black, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Oh, another one of these. those stars.
I spent all night working on my history of magic.
What's up here? Oh. Don't tell me this is where divination is. Oh, that's neat. I think it is.
Off on another adventure, are we?
What is this? My dear Satyavati, you'll be pleased to hear that I received word from my contacts at Cambridge, who conceded that they had in fact been incorrect in their understanding of meteor showers. It seems that an Irish astronomer and a British astronomer both built upon the work done by an Italian astronomer, all muggles, mind you, as far as I know, to propose calculating the position of the dust at Earth's orbit as means of connecting meteors to comets. Brilliant, really. One can only imagine what they might do with an enchanted telescope. Frustratingly, in my correspondence, I did feel that I had to continue using a pseudonym from my days as a gentleman scholar, whilst I still find it rather exciting to have a secret identity. The reason irks me. I am so looking forward to our trip later this year to Jantar Mantar. What an adventure as we shall have. I miss you, dear sister, and do hope you are well. With love. Sukrita? Sukrita. Alright. Cool. Okay.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
What's up here?
If I can just stop banishing my
track. Holy moly. Hey. Chest.
Huh?
Oh, Peeves again.
Got you!
Oh man, more, huh? Oh, look at now. I wonder if there's a. If you can look through, like, just first person view for scouting purposes. Oh, there we go. Check that out. This is cool. Oh my gosh. Looks so good.
Revelio.
Big guy right here. Stargate telescope. This telescope is the finest stargazing instrument of its kind, perfect for viewing the moon and the stars and anything else one might find in the night sky. What was that so? Let's go down and see what this chest is all about. Teal clockwork scarf. Let's take a look at it here. Ooh, up 4 offense. No trade applied. Trade slot level 1. Superb. I did not realize they're different qualities of gear. That's cool. Okay. So off to defense against the dark arts. Quest. Where is that at? Way down there. It's the very bottom. Oh, it's just the bottom of the tower. Okay. Near the Great Hall, I think. Oh, hey.
Revelio. Lumos.
Back up.
I was worried Transfiguration would...
Come back to that. We gotta make it to defense against dark arts first. Such a maze. This is crazy. Alright, we made it. Oh my gosh, more stairs. I bet you Hogwarts students get tired of stairs.
God.
Witch's bathroom. Interesting being in there right this second. Right, Professor Fig's classroom. With the Flu Network found. Oh.
Revelio.
For sure it's out there. Feel something. Where? Is that defense? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's... Oh, there's the stairs. That's silly. Me.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, and in the next episode we will go ahead and start Defense Against the Dark Arts. Alright everybody, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next episode. And if you enjoyed what you saw, or were entertained in any way, don't forget to hit a like and subscribe to continue this journey in Hogwarts Legacy. Alright, bye bye now.